If you had invested $10,000 in Netflix back in 2002 when it went public, how much do you think your investment would worth today? $4.3 million, because the stock price surged by 43,196% since then, which is mind-blowing. Don't feel bad about yourself since you missed this opportunity, because there will always be another Netflix, another Amazon. The world is constantly evolving and new companies are coming out with innovative ways to make our lives better. People who take advantage of such opportunities or in general are financially successful have a certain lifestyle, certain habits that make them high income earners. Hence, in this video, we're going to explore 5 of them. Of course, YouTube is filled with such videos. That's why we will take a look at it from a different angle and explore the ones that are uncommon. So, listen carefully. Focus on getting more skills, because they are far more important than knowledge. I love reading books and learning new stuff. That's all great. But what people often neglect is that, despite the importance of knowledge, skills are far more critical because they can be turned into a revenue source. Think about how much knowledge you have gained throughout your life, from books, YouTube videos, documentaries, probably a lot. And now ask yourself, how much of that knowledge do you really use to improve your life or earn more money? Probably a tiny fraction, because most of them aren't practical. That's one of the problems people encounter after graduating. Back in college, they were fed with tons of knowledge, but once you get a job, you realize that you don't need most of that knowledge and you just have to master a set of skills that you have to repeat every single day. I'm not saying that you shouldn't read books, but focus on acquiring skills that would either increase your productivity or provide you with a source of income. There are a lot of things to learn about the stock market, for example, but if you master the skill of analyzing financial statements, you can take a look at any company and figure out if it's undervalued or overvalued to a certain extent, and this simple skill will probably earn you much more. Let's say you want to learn to make animated videos such as this video because you want to start a YouTube channel. You have to learn Adobe After Effects, Illustrator, and Photoshop. It's a highly complex skill. But this course on Skillshare will teach you the basics and some advanced tips so that you can get started. It's taught by Kurzgesagt, the channel that makes the best animations on the entire YouTube. Imagine learning from the best. Over 21,000 people have taken this course, and you should too. If you're not into design, Skillshare offers thousands of inspiring classes for creatives and curious people on topics including photography, video, freelancing, investing, and more. Skillshare is an online learning community for creatives where millions come together to take the next step in their creative journey. And all that is for less than $10 a month with annual subscription. And here is a special deal for you. You can access the course for free. The first 1,000 of you to click the link in the description will get a 2-month free trial of premium membership. So go ahead and master whatever skill you want. By the way, you will be supporting the channel by signing out to Skillshare. And now, let's get back to the video. One habit is not enough. Usually, people with high incomes have a number of habits that guide their lives to keep increasing their income. So, the next habit which I have made part of my life since when I was a teenager is start doing stuff without figuring everything out. When I got into real estate for the first time, I literally knew nothing about the market. I was a teenager and I was trying to figure out what on earth am I trying to accomplish. But I had a friend who was quite elder than me and was a real estate agent. After asking him for a few tips, I got into it without knowing much. To be honest, I made so many horrible mistakes that at that time, I thought that's the end of my life. I'm not gonna hide this, I got into a lot of debt, but thankfully, I managed it. I'm not saying that you should get into debt, throw all of your savings into risky investments, or quit your job and do random things. But you have to keep in mind that you're never going to be 100% ready for anything. There will always be things you won't know. And the best way to learn is just start and figure everything on the way. You have a business idea in your mind? Spend a couple of hours a day building it. If you realize that it works, then quit your job or drop out. But if it doesn't, brilliant! Now you know that you don't have to wait for years to start something that doesn't work. Don't be trapped into a mindset where you keep postponing everything because of lack of knowledge. Regardless of what you decide to do, every financially successful person follows a certain type of a routine that works the best for them. Internet might lead you to believe that people who make a ton of money are lying on beaches with a laptop and work an hour a day and spend the rest of their lives enjoying life's greatest pleasures. But that's not true even when it comes to people who can afford that and don't have to work another day in their lives. If you ask anyone who runs a business, manages a huge portfolio, does anything that brings a lot of money about how they spend their days, they would almost always tell you that they have a fixed routine that they religiously follow no matter what happens. Because that's the only way to be hyper-productive. You want to keep doing something every single day until you get better than everyone else. And that effort pays back enormously. The moment you slip out or interrupt that routine, things might get messy and you no longer be making that kind of money. And the problem with money is that it's not a one-time game. It's very rare when someone makes so much money that they don't have to work another day for the rest of their lives. Usually, as you make more money, your spendings goes higher and you realize that you need to keep that routine. It doesn't mean you have to wake up at 4 a.m. every morning. You have to find what works for you. I personally wake up around 7 in the morning and I have a routine that I have been following for 10 years already. The next habit is patience. And patience is underrated. Every high-income earner knows that you can't make a lot of money overnight. Even if you have a huge capital, the perfect team and a brilliant idea, it's still going to take you time to turn that brilliant idea into a profitable business. So if you're not patient enough, you will be jumping from one venture to another. Take the stock market, for example, where we talk a lot about here on the channel. It often takes years, if not decades, to pay back enormously, and part of it because of compound interest. Not being patient also results in a loss of money. There might be a cool asset, stock or investment that have been grabbing the headlines recently. Since everyone has jumped in to invest, you start feeling like you are missing out and you invest at the top when the market crashes and you end up losing a fortune. I'm not hinting at any particular stock. It happens all the time. With every crisis, you have a lot of people losing most of their life savings because they got excited about a particular investment. And lastly, there is one particular habit that might seem a bit rude, but every successful person I know or heard about has it. It's just a fundamental part of anyone's success. Getting rid of unnecessary responsibilities. It's the ability to say no. Don't be rude. Sometimes you gotta do stuff you don't get paid directly, but will help you in the long run. But overall, people will always in one way or another waste your time by asking you for help, spend some time with them or go out with them, and there is nothing wrong with that. But remember, your time is the most valuable thing you have. Literally, there is nothing that should be more valuable to you than your time. So if you want to raise your income, you have to spend more time doing that, which means you will often have to say no to people. If people come randomly and ask you for money, would you give them? Probably not. Then why give them the time you cannot afford? Here you go. These are the 5 fundamental habits of financially successful people. If you're a high-income earner, you probably have incorporated most of them into your life. And if you're not, then maybe you should start building these habits one by one. And slowly, I hope you are going to achieve your financial goals. Anyways, If you have enjoyed this video, make sure to give this video a thumbs up. And if you're new around here and have enjoyed the video, then subscribe and hit the bell button. You will be notified when the next video will be up on the channel. Thanks for watching, and until next time.